Unit 17 Forms of Organization in Public Enterprises. In this unit, we'll discuss, explain the features, merits and limitations of various forms of organization of public enterprises and analysis their suitability in given situations. First, let's start with departmental organization. Departmental form of organization is the oldest form of organizing public enterprises. Under this form of organization, business activities of the undertaking are conducted under the overall control of one of the departments of the government. In other words, when a public enterprise is organized, financed and controlled in much the same way as any other government department, it is known as departmental form of organization. The main features of departmental form of organizations are overall control rests with the minister, employees are the civil servants, financed through budget appropriations, accounting and budgeting system, sovereign immunity. Next, the merits of this form of organizations as maximum degree of government control, limited scope to misuse public funds, government control over economic activities, multiple economic progresses, responsible to Parliament. And departmental form of organization suffer from the following limitations also is there. They are bureaucracy and red tapeism, suffer from political instability, excessive parliamentary control, lack of professional expertise, absence of competition and profit motive, and financial constraints. Next topic, public corporation. Public corporation is a corporate body created by the parliament or state legislature as may be by a special act which define its power, duties, functions, immunities and the pattern of management. Public corporation is also known as statutory corporation. The capital is wholly subscribed by the government. It is managed by the management committee constituted according to the provision of the Act. It is answerable to the Parliament or state legislature as the case may be. Features of public corporation are created by a special act legislature. It is a corporate body owned by the state, managed by a board of director, answerable to legislature, relation with the government, own staffing system and financial independence. Next, merits of a public corporation form of organization. First one, initiative and flexibility. Second one, avoids red tapeism. Third one, easy to raise capital. Fourth one, protects public interest. Fifth one, work with service motive. Sixth one, secure working efficiency. And seventh one, secures benefits of large scale economies. Next, limitations of public corporations. First one, less autonomy. Second one, inflexibility. Third one, clash among divergent interest. Fourth one, ignorance commercial principle. And fifth one, excessive public accountability. Next topic, government company. According to the Indian Companies Act, a government company is a company in which 51% or more of the total paid up capital is held by the central government or any state government or by many state governments or partly central government and partly by one or more state governments. Any company which is subsidiary of such a company is also considered a government company. Government company normally establishes the company form of organization for the following reasons: public interest, mixed ownership, industrial promotion, promotion of trade or commerce, lack of intensive. Next topic, features of government company. Created under Indian Companies Act, it is a corporation body. Scope for private participation in the capital, managed by a board of director, enjoy financial independence, independent staffing, independent accounting and auditing system, annual reports. Next, merits of government company. First one, easy to form. Second one, easy to bring changes in the constitution. Third one, facilities taking over a running enterprise. Fourth one, facilitates private participation. Fifth one, easy to transfer ownership. Sixth one, more autonomy. And seventh one, flexibility in operations. Next, limitations. The government company form of organization suffer from the following limitations are: evades constitutional responsibility, government interference, fear of public accountability, public criticism, and lack of professional management. Next, comparison of the forms of organizations. The relative assessment of the features of all the three firms indicate that the departmental form of organization is suitable for such undertaking which are very important from the viewpoint of public interest and national interest. The company form of organization is best suited for commercial and industrial undertakings, while public corporation should be preferred for public utility undertakings.